Single week in the shower and in the washing machine. I think you're going to be so thrilled with that one. All right, let's go this way. This is really where it all began for Beekman 1802. And of course, this is brought to you by Dr. Brent Ridge, Josh Kilmer Purcell. Together, they are the Beekman Boys, and they launched their incredible bath and beauty line with a bar of goat milk soap. So what they did eventually with Happy Place is turn that wonderful goat milk soap ingredient goodness into wonderful products that we can use all around the home. And their #1 bestseller is their laundry soap. Again, it's not a detergent, it's a laundry soap. This is made not only with goat milk, but with plant-based ingredients. This is the best price that we've ever offered here on HSN. It's a great way to try and experience Happy Place. All you do is pick your fragrance and you're gonna find out why 100 million loads here at HSN have been spoken for. I do this incredible laundry soup. We've got Allison Wagner who's in the house, so come on out.
I was listening to you and watching you in your pants. I was like, look at her go.
I know, it's kind of distracting, my fabulous pants. However,
they are.
How am I gonna do my laundry? How am I gonna wash my pants if I don't have the laundry soap from Beekman 1802? We're gonna go through the fragrances really quick, but you need to know this is a Memorial Day deal. We're down to the final hour of the day. It's not a detergent, so you're actually going to love not only the great fragrances, but you're gonna love that it rinses clean. Whether you're cleaning with bright whites or you wanna make some really gorgeous colors. This is, of course, made with your world-famous goat milk soap, Allison.
I want to go through the scents really quickly so you can kind of, if you're looking at home thinking, oh, it's time to stock up because the price is so good, or you're just like, hey, I'm thinking about trying this for the first time. Citrus is just back in stock, Sarah, since early 2024. So that size is, and that citrus is back in stock. I think it's very limited. The fresh linen is really, if you love a scent forward, I want you to think about the fresh linen, which is cotton, beautiful. I want you to think about that really crisp cotton. Yeah. That's a gorgeous scent. Then you also have the lavender, which is gorgeous and fresh and lavender. It's a herbaceous lavender. Then you have the Ocean Wave. It is brand new. Think about stepping out for vacation. A little bit of coconut. It's got a little bit of water lily to it. It's gorgeous. If you don't know where to go, you can start with that sweetgrass. Sweetgrass is our signature scent, so eucalyptus, sage, and a little mint. Pure is completely unscented. And then for those of you that love a floral, Sarah, you know ylang ylang, which was sexy. This is the first time you're seeing the ylang ylang in the liquids. If you love floral, yeah, there you go.
How about that? Now, here's what you're getting, 128 loads. Probably takes me a year. A year to do 128 loads of laundry.
If you do 5 loads of laundry a week, this would be 6 months.
Right, so it's at least, at the very minimum, a 6-month supply. Let me break that down per load. Okay. This is 26 cents per load of laundry. And I really want you to think about that because a little bit goes a long way. I probably haven't done laundry for 26 cents a load since I was in college. And I had to carry the quarters and my, schlep my laundry basket down to the laundry room. So I want you to see why and how this is different. This is not the detergents you buy at the grocery store or the big box stores.
I think that's important. As a doctor-formulated brand with all the natural bioeffectants that we use, the #1 question I always get is, will it work? And I just want to show you this really quickly because this was independent, third-party tested. Chocolate, barbecue, mustard. You guys have seen this all the time, right? Ooh, look at that. If you use a chemical detergent, it's still good, but I think this is good for a chemical detergent on that stain, still a little bit there. When you go to the Happy Place, not only is it completely clean, but it's super, super soft. And that takes me to why it's so important to switch away from detergents, like Sarah said, to really going into a soap. And that's because of what's left, what we're putting on our body. These are 2 t-shirts, Sarah. You know the story. We washed these and we're putting them in to show you that there's a residue. Dr. Brent always says, what are you washing your clothes in? Whether it's your bra, whether it's your underwear, whatever it is, we need to make sure that there's no chemical residue against your largest organ of your body, which is your skin. So look at this. Look, Sarah, It's crazy. Every time I do this, I'm like, this is what the difference is. If you wash in Happy Place, you're washing out crystal clear. If you're using chemical detergents, this which is what against your body, what you sleep on, all of that.
And you started with a clean, dry t-shirt that had been through both the washer and the dryer.
Right.
So think about that. This is why a lot of members of my family love and swear by the Beekman Happy Place liquid soaps. They also have a powdered version, but the liquid's really easy. You just put in a capful and you pop it right in the washer, right?
Put it right in with your clothes. That's what's really nice. And you see her here, that cap that you're gonna get along with it, you can go from doing hand washing in really cold water. You can use this in high efficiency. If you have one of those washers that's like a double or a triple loader, if you want to adjust it and add a little bit more, you can. But I sometimes only use a half of a capful. So, and that's where we're gonna start with, 100 million loads. I want you to think about that. And I want to show you why this is so important, especially with the today's value that you have coming up, right? You're gonna buy a great new pair of shorts, or a pair of Bermudas. I wanna show you this. Here is a little bit of Happy Place laundry soap. Here is a little bit of this crazy laundry detergent, right, that we keep talking about. Here's your brand new pair of pants, right? These are brand new washcloths, right? What's gonna happen to your brand new clothes? And you get them out and oh my gosh, they've turned into like a crop top or the wrong pair of shorts, or if you've, that chemicals and detergents, and I can do this for a little bit longer while we talk, but look at this, it's crazy. This is a brand new washcloth that's been washed in detergent. It starts to fall apart. You're actually going in and messing with the fibers. You're breaking down the fibers to clean it. With Happy Place laundry soap, we're not breaking down the fibers. We're just using the soap to clean the clothes.
Wow.
So
it's like how we used to clean clothes,
your pants stay longer. You don't go into crop tops, all of that.
I want you to come over here and show us these demonstrations and explain to everybody. You can start wherever it makes sense. Because I learned so much about detergents and other harsh chemicals from Brett and Joss when they premiered Happy Place. Because, I mean, these are things I didn't know.
Right, well, let's start with these pods. Everyone thinks these are like completely biodegradable. They're really great. These are microplastics that clog up not only your machines, really bad for your machines, but this is all full of chemicals. It has a child-proof lid on it, right? Come down here and then you see like this toxic liquid, right? I love that Josh always calls this like a toxic soup. It's even starting to crystallize. That is 120 loads. That's crazy, right? Then you come over and look at 120 loads of powder. This is the scoop for the powder. If it's that good, why do you need it? Then if you're looking at this and you're saying like, here, I'll just move this Happy Place. If you're saying, where's the laundry soap? This is 120 loads. So this is 120 loads of powder or 120 loads of your Happy Place. This is all you need, and I only use about half of that sometimes.
When you're using the right product, you don't need very much.
Correct.
And when you're using the right product, it rinses clear. And when you're using the right product, you maintain the color, you get the softness, and then you also maintain the longevity of your great investments, and you spend a lot of money on your clothes.
And look, it's smart,
right?
If you're gonna save money, you're talking, in this day and age, we're like, I have to do laundry. Like, it has to get done. How do I do it faster, smarter, make it happy, and also get a doctor-formulated brand that's not gonna irritate your skin? This is always important. This is like science at its best, right? This is a black light, and I love showing this because this is really interesting to me. In fact, I'm gonna switch these around a little bit. I'm gonna show you some really interesting stuff. This is, and I'm gonna dip my finger in here to show you, look at the black light that is going to show on here, and it's gonna show you how this is going to be that toxic chemical, right? I'm gonna clean off.
What is that, a detergent?
That is a detergent, and those are toxic chemicals. Those are waxes, those are,
it's a lot of petroleum.
It's a lot of petroleum. It's a lot of greasy scent boosting. Now watch this. I'm gonna come over and show you Happy Place, and I'm gonna do my other finger here just to show you. Look at this. You see what you're like, I don't see anything else, and right? Well, that's because there's nothing there. If I go back to the detergent, look at the difference on my two fingers, Sarah.
One literally glows in the dark.
Right.
And the other one has
Nothing.
no appearance whatsoever with the black light.
And if you look at this, like even this pot, it's so funny when I look at this and I think that's what you're putting on your clothes, and we can't figure out why our skin gets irritated, or, you know, it's not good for our skin. And it was funny because I was in there watching all day long when Nakery was here, and I was thinking, you know, so many of us say, how do I take better care of our skin, right? We spend a lot of money on our skincare, but then you'll sleep for 8 hours on chemicals every night. So this is really a way to save money, but honestly get a better product.
Right. So I love everything that you just said. You're saving money and you're getting a better option. This is why everyone in my family, we use either the liquid or the powdered form of Beekman's Happy Place soaps. Let's go through the fragrances again. I want to give you updates. This is our last presentation of the day, last presentation here. We have the citrus, finally back in stock. We have 250 left in the citrus. These are going very, very quickly now. This is the fresh linen. This is one of my all-time favorites. I love the linen. The lavender is also very pretty and not too floral. A nice herb background to it. Ocean blue is brand new, if you haven't tried the ocean blue. And then what's hiding behind this plant?
Oh, that is sweetgrass.
It's a mysterious fragrance.
It's the mysterious sweetgrass.
One of the all-time originals. We have, do we have any in the unscented? I'm afraid to ask. The pure unscented, do we have any left? And oh, we do, okay. It is most popular? Okay, that's good to know. And then the ylang ylang, if you want to try this now, if you love the fragrance in their goat milk soap. But again, this is the goat milk difference. Talk about the ingredients that are in this.
Yeah, so there's really five ingredients in here. We're going to talk about goat milk soap. In fact, in every one of these, there is a quarter bar. We start with a quarter bar in the half gallon. And then you have your salt, you have your other natural bioeffectants in there that are going to be really exciting too, because none of them are going to be something that's going to be chemical.